Which dinosaur is more powerful? On the Drunken Englishman, we got the Spinosaurus and the damn T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I've got an encyclopedia here of some dinosaurs. We're going to see what they say about these two beasts and compare them. And I'm going to give you my answer who I think will take on another in a fight. But first we got to pour some tequila here. On the Drunken Englishman's channel. If you're new to this channel, I gotta have a drinky poo every now and then, just about every damn video. So we're gonna start with a little tequila. What is this? Land shark, tequila, and land shark. And let's learn about some damn dinosaurs. I just got this T-Rex from Rebirth. Or now you might be saying, Morris Williamson here. You're a grown-ass man, what you doing with dinosaur toys? Well, I love dinosaurs, so screw off. That's a T-Rex right there. Look at the size difference. This is the Spinosaurus right here. That's a bigger beast. But were they bigger? Was Spinosaurus bigger than the T-Rex? If you look at some bones, pictures. Now, I don't think they had a complete skeleton of the Spinosaurus here. But I feel like the Spinosaurus was just slightly larger, if not the same size as the damn T-Rex. But which one was more ferocious? I do know the Spinosaurus could swim. They had a very large flappy tail, very thick tail, according to scientists. We're going to find it in this book here and see what it says about it. Alright, right here. Carnivorous dinosaurs. Carnivores. There it is right there. The Spinosaurus. What it says about it here in this book, the most spectacular member of the family, the Spinosaurus, was not only enormous, ranking with the largest of the carnivores, but also had an extravagant sail. So it ranks right up there with the largest carnivorous damn dinosaur. I have a tooth back here of it, but it's one of the smaller tooths. I want a bigger one. I love collecting fossils. That's a Mosasaurus vertebrae right here. I just love collecting fossils. But also had an extravagant sail, was back taller than the modern man. So his sail was bigger than a man. Maybe not Shaquille O'Neal, but it was big. Club-shaped spawns. So, circular clubby spawns, kind of like a bunch of baseball bats in order. 6 foot to 6 inches, 2 meters long, projected upwards from the backbone, would have been covered with a layer of skin. So a skin-covered sail. The whole arrangement was reminiscent of the tall fin on the back of the plesiosaur Dimetrodon, which is right there, the Dimetrodon. That was before the dinosaurs, the Dimetrodon. Love to get a couple fossils of that. In theory, it had crude device regulated body temperature. So they're saying the sail regulated its body temperature. And it could swim. Scientists realized that it did eat fish. It could swim. How fast, they don't know. The warmed up blood carried all over the body to lower its body temperature, which is great for swimming. It's the apex predator. A dissipating hit. Wind advantage. Spinosaurus could warm up quickly in the early morning, prepare for hunting well advanced in cold, sluggish prey, which was composed mainly of other reptiles. An alternative theory is the sail, brightly covered, used for sexual display by males to attract the attention of females. Kind of like many animals do today. You know, you got the frills from the old lizards, just to attract females. You got the peacocks with their bright coloured feathers. This is amazing how things have evolved and still use the same premises. It says Spinosaurus mostly inhabited Western Africa. A large two-legged plant-eating dinosaur also lived in the region called the Tyrannosaurus, which also had a sail on his back. But they don't have that here in this book. The arms of Spinosaurus were much longer than usual large theropods, and is it possible that it spent some time on all fours? Which, if you remember Jurassic Park 3, you did not see the Spinosaurus on all fours. It rolled the plane that it destroyed in the beginning of the movie, but you never saw it crawl on all fours. It was mostly on two legs. I think in the new movie Rebirth, you're going to see this bastard crawl very fast on all fours, which is something the T-Rex cannot do. Spinosaurus larger theropod, more two-legged carnosaurs. His teeth were also different with those of other carnosaurs. They were straight rather than curved. So straight teeth. Now, the tooth that I have back there is straight. T-Rex's is curved. It's got at least a 45-degree curve. Now let's try to find the T-Rex, which should be on the next page here. Tyrannosaurus, late Cretaceous. This awesome theropod was the largest of the carnosaur dinosaurs, the largest known terrestrial carnivore, so it is bigger. On average, Tyrannosaurus was 39 feet long, up to 20 feet tall, and weighed about 8 tons. Heavier than a modern adult African bull elephant. Its head alone was over 4 feet damn long. So this thing is bigger, the T-Rex, is what they are saying. They've always had one complete skeleton. I think it was Sue. They called it Sue at the Chicago Natural History Museum. And that's, I'm slurring my speech here. That complete skeleton, if I can get a picture of it here maybe, was tremendous. It actually shows how really big and scary this damn T-Rex was. It was armed with fangs 6 inches in length. 6 inches, that's big. Just ask my girlfriend, that's big 6 inches out there. No complete skeleton has yet been found. I think that's false from when they read the book, because I think Sue is, maybe Sue's not complete. Maybe it's like 98% complete or something like that. Although many bones and teeth have surfaced since it was first discovered in the US in 1902, early reconstructions were often inaccurate. Mounted skeletons often showed the animal popped up with a whip-like tail, its body sloping backward at an angle of 45 degrees. But since the skeletons of other tyrannosauruses have been unearthed in Mongolia, we now have accurate idea of the stance of this dinosaur. Investigations of the tyrannosaurus structure have triggered some debate over whether it was really a fearsome predator. The animal's hips and legs seem to indicate that Tyrannosaurus may have been no more than a slow-moving scavenger, only to take small, clumsy steps. So it's a clumsy bastard, the T-Rex, which is making me think the other one, the versus. Now, this is why we're watching this video. Who would win in a fight? I'm taking the damn Spinosaurus. You got a clumsy bastard on this size, the T-Rex. He's got bigger fangs, he might be bigger, but the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I think the Spinosaurus can crawl on all four and just trample that bastard. Calculations have also suggested the animal's weight and height was so great that it fell while running. The impact would have been enough to break its damn skull. The tiny forearms would not have broken the force of the impact. Hey, he's got those little T-Rex hands, you know. However, some paleontologists believe that the purpose of the unusual wide area of the skull behind the eyes was to anchor extremely powerful jaw muscles. It also had possibility of having binocular vision. So great vision. Similar by the Tyrannosaurus daughter consisted primarily of duck-billed dinosaurs and hadrosaurs that browsed through hardwood forests of North America. So it was likely that the Tyrannosaurus hid among trees, ambushing its prey with a short burst of speed as it held its mouth wide open. The force of any impact would have been absorbed by its strong teeth, sturdy skull, and powerful neck. So this thing was just looking like a lazy bastard in the forest for his prey. Meanwhile, the Spinosaurus was out there swimming, coming up on land and eating bastard dinosaurs. So that settles it right there. This book told me all I needed to know. This is a great book if you can find it. Tells you everything about the Paleozoic era, all the way to the Cretaceous to the end of time for dinosaurs. It tells you everything. It's got all marine reptiles in it. But I think in a fight, the Spinosaurus wins. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think or believe. If the T-Rex might kick the Spinosaurus' ass Until then, leave a comment. But I think Spinosaurus whoops the T-Rex ass. Thanks for watching, folks, and have a drink on me.